Good morning, students. Saira. Welcome to your English class. Students, today in this class we are going to do a revision of the poems. So, let us start with the poem, unit number 5, Legend of the Northland. Here from the title, if we see Legend of the Northland, what does legend means? Legend doesn't mean God or great. No, legend is actually a very old and popular story which is coming from ages and ages, and it is transferred orally from one age to the another. And this story, we are not sure that this is true or not, but can be true or may be true. Now, this poem, Legend of the Northland, is in the ballad form. Ballad, what does ballad means? Ballad means when a poem or a song narrated in a story way. In a way we narrate story, it is narrated in the same way. And the speciality is that they are written in a very short stanzas. Then the long stanzas are not formed in such ballads. Now, if we see this poem, the story occurred in Northland where days are very short and nights are long. When the snow falls, people go for sledging. Children wear heavy woolen clothes and look like bear cubs. Bear cubs, that means children are compared to bear cubs, the baby of the bear. Why? Because after wearing such woolen clothes, they look similar to them. And the children are told some story to teach them an important lesson from their parents. The story is related to the teaching of Jesus Christ and spread by Saint Peter. Once, when Saint Peter was traveling far, Saint Peter approached a little woman because Saint Peter was tired and he was hungry. He was actually he was fainting due to hunger. So what happened? When he approached a little woman, that little woman was making cakes on the hearth. Hearth is known as traditional oven. Hearth means a traditional oven. As Saint Peter was hungry and tired, he asked the little woman to give him only one cake. The little woman made a very small piece of the cake, but she was surprised at its size. She made an even smaller cake, still, its size was big for her. She took an extremely small lump of dough, made she made an even smaller cake, still its size was big for her. She took an extremely small lump of dough, made a flat and thin wafer which seemed bigger to her. She kept all the cakes on the shelf and turned away Saint Peter. Saint Peter was tired and hungry, but her behavior irritated Saint Peter. So, what happened when Saint Peter asked that lady for a piece of cake? She made a very small cake, but whenever she tried to make a small cake, it became big. And she was such a greedy lady that she doesn't have a heart to give just a piece of cake, and she got greedy on that, and she said no. She was very selfish, and what she did, she kept that all cakes which she had made for Saint Peter. Thrice she had tried, three times she had tried to make cake, but all the cakes, when when they got baked, they become very big in size. So she got selfish, and at that moment she kept all the cakes in her shelf, and she said Saint Peter that I don't have cakes for you. So what happened? Saint Peter was very tired and hungry, but her behavior irritated Saint Peter. Saint Peter cursed the selfish woman. He thought that she could not have all the comforts of life. Saint Peter cursed the selfish woman that she must bore the hard, dry wood to get her food. The selfish woman was turned into a woodpecker and flew out of the top of the chimney, black like a coal. The selfish woman had a red cap like the woodpecker. Her clothes were burnt black as went out through the chimney. The villager had seen her digging into the bark of trees for food as woodpecker. So this was a story that is the sorry, this was the poem that is Legend of the Northland. Now we are going to see the next poem, that is No Men Are Foreign. That means nobody, all human beings are same. We are not foreign, we are not strange to each other. So let us see what is this in this poem, what is there in this poem. No Men Are Foreign is a thought provoking poem by James Kirkup. It it tell us that there is no difference between different people and the countries they live in. Therefore, wars and bloodshed that take place in the name of caste, class, creed, and country are futile and must be condemned. The uniforms worn by people in different parts of the world may be different, but the bodies beneath them are the same. The earth that one walks upon is the same for all people for different countries. All will one day or the other die and return to earth only. People in every part of the world get the sunshine, air, and water in equal measure. They too prosper during peace but have to suffer poverty and hunger during the war like us. So, what it is there in this poem, that we are not different from each other. People, though they are living in different country, but we are not different. We are same human being. We also live on air and water, food, the same way other people do. We took birth, and one day we will die, and we will return to this earth as a sand. Same way they will also die. So what is the difference? We walk on earth, they also walk on earth. So every when nature doesn't uh, when the nature is not doing partiality between us, why should we do that? The same way they love peace and prosperity, the same way we love that. During war, they suffer poverty and hunger. We also do that. That means there is no difference. We are not foreign. Foreign means strange, different. But we are not different from each other. Though we are living in different country, but we are same. They do the same jobs to earn their livelihood as we do. They are built just like us and sleep or wake up in a manner similar to ours. They too can be won over by love. Thus, human life is the same in every part of the world. We must remember that when we hate, betray, and condemn others, or forcibly take away land and property from them, we actually harm ourselves. Our weapons of war make the earth dirty and spoil its atmosphere. So the author is saying in the last stanza that we should not do wars, because the wars or the difference which is created between us is by the politicians or by other peoples for just their own welfare, because they want this to happen. And we should not fight or by listening to someone like this. If we are doing something bad with someone, they are not getting hurt by that, but actually it is us who are getting hurt or getting spoiled by such things. So we should not differentiate between each other, because whatever they are doing, we are also doing the same thing. They are doing job to earn their livelihood, we also doing. They also build their house, they sleep, they get up the same way we get up. So there is no difference between the people living in different country. We are not strange, so we should live as one. So here in this poem, No Men Are Foreign, James Kirkup is actually giving us the message of brotherhood. Unity should be there, brotherhood should be there. So this is the main message given in this poem by James Kirkup. So this was all for today's class. We will continue this in the next class also. Thank you, students.